Right, so I'm here at Exotic and Supercar, E&S, with a good friend, Ash. How you doing, Ash?
Very well, yourself?
Good, yeah, good to see you again. The reason that we're here today is that this was recently in with yourself because just wanted to get a few bits done to get it ready for sale.
Yep. Good car.
Yeah, and well, you've seen this car over the years, haven't you? Like multiple times.
Yeah, I have, yep.
It's a known car, really well looked after. But you think you might have found a solution to a problem that I've been having, fuel consumption, out of this car?
Yeah, we found out it's not your right foot.
Yeah, well, that's what loads of people were saying in the comments. They were like, you must be driving it like a maniac if you're getting 15 miles per gallon. But that's what I've been getting.
Yeah.
But also, it does sometimes, the power delivery does feel a little bit hesitant sometimes. But you reckon you've cracked it? You reckon you know why?
Yeah, we found a couple of leaky injector seals.
I'm completely mechanically illiterate. I'm terrible. I've never even changed a set of brake pads. It's embarrassing, I know.
Right, okay.
So tell me then, so the injector seal, then, so what do you think's happening? Is
It's letting air pass.
Okay, so what? It's trying to suck the fuel in, but it's letting
too much air
in,
through as well, yeah.
And then what is then the car like overcompensating, trying to suck more in? And then
it's just not running right. It will change it all a bit. Yep, the idle will be better.
Right.
Fuel consumption will be better.
What is the actual part cost on this rubber seal?
The postage is more than the part.
Really?
Yeah. I think they're like £1.20 each, something like that.
So like £1.20.
Yeah, seal. There is 8 of them. But for next day delivery, it costs more than...
But potentially, it's just, this problem is potentially just one that's broken. So it could well be that for £1.20, I've spent, well, I'm going to calculate it in this video. If this fixes it and it does actually get better...
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed.
Yeah, if it does get better miles per gallon, I will calculate it in the second half of this video and tell you how much this faulty £1.20 part has cost me in extra fuel. But
where we're taking them off, though, we will be changing them all.
Are you going to change them? Oh, amazing. Yeah.
So,
fab. Right. Yeah, cool. Let's.
You're going to have to dig in your pocket for a couple of extra seals.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I can do that.
Yeah.
Have you found the problem?
Yep. So what we found is the seal. It's got a nick in it there, maybe a bit of age, but obviously air's getting through that, not sealing correctly, and going to cause you all your issues.
So is it just like a little O-ring, like you'd get on like a tap or something? Is it?
Yeah, exactly the same as that. Yep.
In time-wise, normally, would something like this, like labour rate, how long would this normally take to do as well?
Probably around half hour.
Oh, so it's as simple as that then? Is it all done now?
All done.
I've got a big long run to do tomorrow. I've got 4-5 hours of driving to do tomorrow. And I'm going to calculate it all, find out what the miles per gallon is. I know what it was before. So, yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see. But thank you so much, Ash. I really appreciate it. Look, me and you have become quite good friends since you've been watching the channel since quite early, haven't you, the Dadcars channel?
Yes.
Yep. You've got children yourself.
Yep, 2 young kids. Yep, keep me busy.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, well, look at this. Tell us a little bit about what it is you do here at E&S. So it's Italian cars, obviously, but you're a Ferrari Maserati trained...
Tech, yep. Yeah, 15 years in the main dealer.
Yeah.
Just under, but 15 years, yep.
But not just Italian cars.
No, we look at a few McLarens, Aston Martins, Bentleys, anything interesting.
Yeah, no, fantastic. That's it. And I see you've got some cool dad cars in here as well, actually, at the moment. So.
Got a Urus, right up your street.
I don't get it.
SUV?
I don't get it. I don't understand. I should love the Urus. I should. You know, I always dreamed of owning a Lamborghini, and obviously I can't own a Lamborghini now that I've got children because I want to have. I should love that car, but I just don't. I'm not interested in the Urus at all.
Well, for a dad car, that is a perfect dad car.
But it's a dad SUV, isn't it? It's not a dad car, and also it hasn't got a V10 in it. It hasn't got a V12, has it?
It's got a lot of space to put your buggy, your pushchairs. You can strap the car seats in comfortably. Sounds good. We could argue about this for hours.
Yeah, no, we could. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't get it. It's the same with the Pura Sangue as well. Like, but at least the Pura Sangue has got a Ferrari V12, proper Ferrari V12.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so look, I just personally, they just don't do it for me.
Well, have you heard these? Have you?
Yeah, look, they sound good, right?
But have you actually heard them?
Yeah, look, I admit it sounds absolutely incredible. Well, I mean, I would be able to fit all 4 of my children in one of these, but I mean, you've got one of the best engines ever made in a road car over there.
Yep.
With the F12.
F12 in Largo. That's number 2 of 15, I believe.
Is that even louder than
That's louder than
JM's
this.
F12?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Can we listen to it?
We can have a quick listen, yeah.
That's insane. That's what I mean. This Ferrari V12 that's in here it's just something else. And that's why the Ferrari FF is my dream car.
If you get a Ferrari FF, can I fit a full mad exhaust system to it for you?
Yeah, well, as long as it's got a valve, like a button
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it'd have to justify the expense of owning a car like that.
Think of the smiles with the miles for your kids.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so now I'm going to get in this car and see if it has had an impact on how it actually performs, how it delivers the power, and we'll find out about the all-important miles per gallon. So over a month has passed since I filmed the first part of this video. I wanted adequate time and miles under my belt to calculate the miles per gallon correctly. But you might notice I'm not currently sat in my Grand Sport. And unfortunately, it's not because it's sold. But hang on, look, let's focus on the miles per gallon first. So one of the big trips I did is I did a round trip up to Petrol Hedonism Underground at Wembley, where we hosted the Dadcars family section with free activities for children. Channel friends JM, Sports and Touring, number 27, as well as Exotic and Supercar, and others came up to support the section. So thank you to all of you guys. And as always, it was so lovely to meet so many of you subscribers as well. Shout out to everybody who brought their children along. And it was at this event where we debuted our OG Dadcars merch as well. But I'm also really excited to say that as of right now, the dadcarshop.com, the merch site is up. So if anybody's watching this and would like to get some of our OG merchandise, a link will be in the description of this video. My wife and I have been working so hard on this merchandise. We've got Petrol Head Pickle baby sleep suits. We've got Petrol Head Pickle kids hoodies with hand sewn labels on, which say making memories on the underside. My wife and her mum sewed all of those on by hand. We've also got the one batch OG Dadcars t-shirts with embroidered dad cards and OG t-shirt printed on the inside of the collar. These awesome adult embroidered hoodies, as well as some stickers. But anybody who buys some Dadcars merchandise, thank you so much, because honestly, any money that is made from that just goes into funding this channel. And if you order this weekend, we are guaranteeing that we will send the orders out to you within time for Father's Day as well. But anyway, since Ash replaced the injector seals, I've done about 500 miles. And every single time I filled up at the pumps, I made a record of how many miles I was getting for that many litres. So in the around 3,000 miles that I did with the faulty injector seals, I was getting just shy of 15 miles per gallon. And since the injector seals were replaced, I've been getting, on average, just over 16 miles per gallon. So a little over 1 miles per gallon doesn't sound like a lot, does it? But when you're talking about low teens, actually a little over 1 miles per gallon is quite significant. In fact, by my calculations, it came out that with those faulty injector seals, for every around 3,500 miles that you would do in the Grand Sport, you'd be wasting an entire tank of super unleaded. So around 120 pounds worth of fuel. But it wasn't just the fuel that, in replacing those injector seals, it made a difference to the general running of the car. Like Ash says, it does kind of on idle sort of run a little bit smoother now. And there was hesitancy occasionally, when you're trying to make progress, when you're trying to get the power down, and it makes sense, the engine just wasn't quite getting that mixture right, and that's gone now. So it's running just a lot nicer than it was before as well. And now with the Grand Sport running better than ever, the intention was for me to say to you now, the Grand Sport's up for sale. It's on Auto Trader. There's a link in the description, but it's not
up for sale? Why am I sat in my rusty Vito? Well, when I first got the Grand Sport, I remember loads of people in the comments on the buyer's remorse video were sort of saying, oh, good luck, you bought a high mile Maserati, good luck dailying that around, that's going to let you down all the time. And I was really looking forward to, after 6-7 months of ownership, turning around very smugly and saying to you, well, no, look, the high mile Maserati has never let me down. It's been glorious. But I think these cars are more sentient than we realise. I think it must have overheard the fact that I was going to put it up for sale and then decided to throw its toys out the pram. Because on the week that I was going to list it on Auto Trader, I noticed that there was fluid leaking on the driveway. I immediately called Ash. He said, bring it down. But then when I went to switch it on, I noticed a warning light on the dash. So I had to get the car recovered and transported to Exotic and Supercars. And honestly, as I'm filming this, I'm currently waiting for a phone call from Ash with either some good news or some bad news. And obviously, whatever the problem is, I will pay out for before listing it for sale. I've loved that car and I want it to be better for the new owner than it was when it was with me. That's exactly what James JM did as well. I mean, he paid out basically £4,000 right at the end of his ownership to make sure that when it came to me, it was better than when he had it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to find out what happens in the final chapter of the Dadarati on the Dadcars channel. Everybody, please cross their fingers for me. Maybe visit the merch site as well, because I might need a few pennies to pay this final bill. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.